Level 8, Cable Management. On this level, you will need the power supply unit marked H in the build kit, the zip ties, and the wire cutters. These are our recommendations on how to manage your cables easily. They don't need to be strictly followed. Don't be afraid to experiment with different configurations. Do what works best for you and your build. Zip ties and Velcro are your friends. For better cable management, we advise grouping cables together and using the provided Velcro or zip ties to fasten them to one another. Now, bring out the manual that came with your motherboard. The port names we provide in the upcoming section are commonly used, but they may not be exact. The motherboard manual will be very helpful during the upcoming steps in identifying exactly where each cable port is located on your motherboard model. Keep in mind that most of the cables can only go into a few ports, and only in one correct orientation. Note: the terms connector and header in this section refer to the different ports found on the motherboard. The 8-pin CPU cable. Run the 8-pin cable marked CPU from the PSU along the rightmost channel in the back of the PC and through one of the top openings. Plug it into the CPU connector on the motherboard. Match the clip on the wire to the clipping point on the connector. The 24-pin power cable. Run the 24-pin power cable from the PSU along the center channel in the back of the PC and through the middle opening. Plug it into the large ATX_Power1 connector located on the motherboard. Match the clip on the wire to the clipping point on the connector. The HD audio cable. Run the HD audio cable that came attached in the rear of the H510 case through the left channel to one of the openings at the bottom of the PC case. Plug it into the JAUD1/HD audio header, aligning the plugged hole in the wire with the missing pin on the board. Run the front panel cable that came attached in the rear of the H510 case through the left channel to one of the openings at the bottom of the PC case. Plug it into the JFP1 or Panel 1 header, aligning the plugged hole on the wire with the missing pin on the board. The USB-C cable. Your board may not have this port. If so, leave this cable unplugged. If your board supports USB-C, untie the USB-C cable that came attached in the rear of your H510 case and route it through the center channel. Plug into a U31G2_C1 header. If you need help finding a port, refer to your motherboard manual for assistance. The USB 3.0 cable. Run the USB 3.0 cable that came attached in the rear of your H510 case through the center channel opening. Plug it into a JUSB 3 or USB 3_5_6 header. Align the nub to the board header and plug it in. The case fan cables. Run your two case fan cables that you relocated in a previous video to any SHA_fan or SYS_fan 4-pin header on your board. Air cooler builds, marked F in the build kit, run the System Fan 1 cable along the right channel. AIO cooler builds, marked E in the build kit, run the cable along the left channel. Both coolers run the System Fan 2 cable through the left channel into one of the bottom openings. The case fan cables will have 3 holes, so make sure that the clip aligns with the header on the board. A PCIe cable. If your GPU, marked J in the build kit, is a 3000 series, do this for 2 PCIe or VGA cables. Run the PCIe or VGA cable from the PSU directly up and through the hole in the metal panel between the PSU and the inside of the case. This metal panel is called a PSU shroud. Do not plug it in yet. Leave this cable for when we install the GPU in a later step. Congratulations! You're ready to resume installing your CPU cooler.